The Fisher Institute for Professional Selling at the University of Akron offers a unique opportunity to students, executives, and the community. Founded in 1992, the Fisher Institute is one of only 13 professional sales programs in the world.
Being that we are one of very few 13 institutions in the country that offer a dedicated sales program, we do have that advantage in that our students, whatever area of business they may be in, would typically have a chance to encounter that, and certainly they need to know about it because it is so central to whatever business career they choose to pursue. And the statistics are remarkable. 8 out of 10 students go into sales.
I think I joined the board about a year or two after the inception. And it's really been a tremendous opportunity from a number of different perspectives. We've hired a lot of students over the years. But also, I would say personally, I've really been able to connect with a lot of great professionals on the board, some tremendous people on the Fisher Institute board. We have a number of people that have been on the board for years and are really passionate about sales and the opportunity that there is in sales today for younger folks.
I would tell anybody out there who's considering being a partner with the Fisher Institute that now is the time to do it. The sales roles have become far more demanding, and any way that you can influence the process and be a part of the credentializing of the sales process is going to do nothing but bode well for you and your company. You will hire the right people and you will meet the right people.
Why join Fisher? First, as a member of the Fisher Executive Advisory Board, you will gain access to the best and brightest students the University of Akron Sales Department has to offer.
The people who come in and recruit from the Fisher Institute and our College of Business tell us time and again that what they like in our students is that they've had real-world experience, they've typically had an internship or a co-op experience, and the teaching that they have experienced has been a hands-on, iterative experience in which they have practiced and done the business of selling.
Some of the candidates from the Fisher Institute, I think, are very well prepared to help us with our sales growth initiatives, in that we hire sales analysts we hire for the sales analyst position. And many of the people from the Fisher Institute are already versed in computer skills. I think they're very well versed in computer skills, so they're prepared for that aspect of our sales process, because we have a very analytical, technical type of sale. Additionally, I think they have sales skills, or they come already with sales skills, so they're really 6 to 12 months ahead of the curve from people that we would see that don't have that sales ability or background.
The benefits that I've seen being on the board of the Fisher Institute are twofold. First of all, working with FedEx, it gives us the ability to bring our industry knowledge of sales and customers and needs and our focus on the future to academia, which helps the geography around Akron, where these graduates go to, get a more professionally prepared individual. And then the second one is more return on investment. For the time and effort that we put in, maybe we can affect things there, and there will be people who will be interested in coming to work at FedEx, and we get some good employees.
Our Fisher graduates are ready and willing once they've crossed that graduation stage. With them, you will be able to increase your sales goals.
Well, the Fisher grads that we hire can hit the ground running. They come to us with, strangely, a lot of real-world experience, having just coming out of college. They come to us with a lot of real-world experience. They come understanding our campaigns and our plight. They really understand what needs to be done, and that they're going to be driven by key metrics. They understand how to prospect. They understand how to penetrate accounts, how to mine data, how to set up their territory and mine the data. Sales has a sales cycle, and they really understand the key components of the sales cycle. It's been pretty exciting for us. I would say they come out with about 6 months to a year more experience than the average other grad who might not have gone through a professional selling institute.
The Fisher is the only sales program in the world that has advanced neuromarketing and state-of-the-art research capabilities. This means that all of our programs are completely up to date and based on the most cutting-edge research. No other sales program, commercial or university, can research what actually goes on inside the brain during a sales call.
Because of my experience at the Fisher Institute, when I graduated, I was able to join companies and hit the ground running, and their sales process, their training was something that I was just acing right along the way to the point where I was contributing quicker than other candidates who might have just recently came into the organization.
Well, I would say it is truly an investment and not an expense. So the benefits far outweigh the investment. And there's a small monetary investment to get involved with the board, and that money goes to help all the different initiatives that we work with the students on. The students go to sales competitions. They get a certain experience that other students in the College of Business simply wouldn't get. But secondly, I think the investment is critical from the different relationships that you can build being on the board. And I've called on and connected with a number of different people on the board for different reasons, different resources. Some I've even talked to about the work we do. And everybody's open and receptive to it, and there's just a tremendous amount of resources that you plug into by being on the Fisher board. As well as the professors do a tremendous job, and a number of companies even take advantage of the sales lab and use the sales lab for some of their sales training, which is really a benefit.
If I could have hired from an institution like the Fisher Institute, where I would have been taking candidates who have a formal background in the sales process, and then brought them on board, taught them about our products and services, and then enhanced it with our own sales training, it would have decreased the sales candidates' time to sales competency. We would have had a more productive salesperson in less amount of time.
What are the other benefits to joining the Fisher? You will be able to network with other community leaders, shape sales curriculum, and give back to the Akron community.
Companies need to ask that question of what do they get from professionalizing the sales function. And by joining with the Fisher Institute and our College of Business Administration, they have that opportunity to not only learn how to best do it internally to their companies, but to see what the cutting edge thinking is about sales, and to have, if you wish, a cadre of students that have done it, that have learned it, that have practiced it as a ready workforce. We are particularly eager to work with companies that want to bring to us their existing sales force, students that they might want to support through their entire career.
The ability to network with other executives that are in a sales capacity is a tremendous benefit to me. There are people that I've met on the board that, quite candidly, we're selling to, that I had an introduction to, that it turned out they were involved in the healthcare industry as well. It gives us access to students. It gives us access to prospective employees when we do job fairs, where you can take people that you know already have a pretty good self-awareness of what's needed to be successful, and you can bring them into your organization and literally make them impactful almost right from the very beginning. So without the involvement in the board, I doubt I'd be able to have any of those things.
That added opportunity to understand how you can be the optimal salesperson for yourself and for your company, regardless of what you do, is one of the other pieces of the Akron Advantage, and I would urge every student and company to think seriously about how the Fisher Institute can and does add real value to your bottom line.
It really, it makes you feel pretty good to be involved in something like the Fisher Institute, like you're making a contribution to something, a contribution to students' well-being, Akron University, which I think we're in this particular area, we're blessed to have it, and we ought to do everything to help it succeed.
I would say do it, because of the fact that not only are you helping our local college, the University of Akron, but you're also helping the students. And they are our future. We want to invest in our future. We're working with the top leaders. As you are on the board, you're rubbing shoulders with the top leaders. You can't get into those companies just by picking up the phone. Network with them. And that is a huge benefit for you and your business.
If you are interested in joining the Fisher Executive Advisory Board, please contact Linda Orr for more information.